her preferred gender pronoun is. You better double check with that. Should I tweet her real quick? Katrina, what is your preferred?
Yeah, Katrina Pearson. Yeah, Katrina Pearson. And she was she was one of the faces on that scandal thing. Anyways, she has nothing but praises to say about Trump, and that Trump is an excellent boss to work for. There's not one woman that has come out yet and said, Trump did this to me.
Who was the guy on the liberal network that said that the problem is that ugly women don't like Trump, just the good-looking ones. So, and the thing is the ugly ones outnumber the good-looking ones, and so that's going to be a problem for Trump. Somebody actually said that.
It was a Democrat. It was a Democrat.
I know
this week.
Yep, that was hilarious. Because he was shooting himself in the foot.
Is it Schumer?
I don't know.
It might be Schumer. It sounds no.
I don't know. Whoever it was.
But he got mud in his eyes. He got, I am so...
He thought he was making such a brilliant point.
Right. So you're listening to Smith Radio at smithradio.com. We are talking about Trump. We're talking about all the things Trumpsters and Trumpettes. Just giving you the facts as they come out. You can follow us at Facebook.com/Smith Radio. We are live every Sunday night, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you want to be on the show, it's 513-888-1538. Also, follow us on Twitter at Smith, SMYTH, Smith Radio, SMYTH Radio.
At Smith Radio. At Smith Radio.
At Smith Radio. So, but we're kind of all over the place for you. We're giving you all the details, the breaking details, and everything that's come up, and how Hillary now trying to run a woman campaign, which is completely imploding in her face. You also got where was that one? Oh, Ben Carson came out this week. He was on Fox News, and Hillary came out, and she was saying Trump is so not qualified to run. And so Ben Carson was asked this on Fox News, and his response was quite elegant, like Ben Carson is, but certainly epic.
I think that's ridiculous. The fact of the matter is, here is an individual who doesn't have enough judgment to know not to put, secret information on a private server. And she's talking about somebody else who isn't qualified, somebody who doesn't have the judgment to send help to, the consulate in Benghazi when they're begging for help.
Oh my
and
gosh.
then who doesn't have the judgment after the problem starts to get help there. Just says, we're not going to do anything about it. 9 hours later, those Navy SEALs are on top of that compound, firing away, just saying if we can just hold on, help will be arriving. But help was not going to arrive, no matter how long they stayed there.
Think about that.
Is that good judgment?
When I think
painful,
about,
so painful,
look, I was in the Marine Corps, and I understand painting targets and all that kind of stuff. And
well, explain to the people what painting a target means.
Okay, so a lot of people wonder how smart weapons work, which you see, sometimes you'll see the camera on the front of it, and they can fire a missile right through the window of a building or hit like a man-sized target with a giant missile or whatever, and they're firing these things from helicopters and all that kind of stuff. Well, what they're doing is they have to track the target, which would be painted with a laser. And the laser...
Like somebody on the ground.
Yeah, because the laser, if you're in a helicopter, you don't want to fire the weapon and then have a laser coming out of the helicopter pointing at your target and have to sit there and wait until the rocket finally gets to the target.
Because they might see you.
With the painting of the target by a foot soldier on the ground, they could fire the weapon and just fly off and not even have to worry about it. It's out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
And in order to do that, you have to have like an infantryman on the ground with the laser on the target. And so it was a misleading belief that by this guy painting the target that there was artillery or whatever, missiles incoming. And so he started painting the target. Now here's another little fact that you may not know. When you paint the target, during the time that you're painting the target, you're giving your position away. because as you turn the laser on, you become a beacon for anybody with a night vision goggles to when they're looking at you. They're like, oh my gosh, there's a guy with a laser. It's like a spotlight. Like, it's not like you see, even at night, if you don't have night vision goggles, a lot of times you don't see where the laser's coming from. When you have night vision goggles on and it's nighttime and somebody turns a laser on, it is like a floodlight. And
our troops have hundreds of thousands of dollars of American equipment, including night vision goggles. ISIS has and owns our stuff that they took in Iraq,
right,
from all the bases.
Right. So it ends up being a really tough thing for our military now. But so this guy's painting the target, and this is really tough. I try to compartmentalize my feelings on it because I don't even want to go down the road of rage that I would feel if I really thought about what happened to this guy. But I'll just try to just say it. You know, he's painting this target, and he was told that he needed to paint this target because
he had to have been told.
Yeah, because you wouldn't here. That's another thing. You would not just paint a target and hope that somebody's sending missiles in, because you're giving away your position. You would never paint a target unless you're told, okay, you need to paint the target now because somebody's ready to fire a missile. So he starts painting this target. Missiles never come. But he didn't want to stop painting the target because the whole time he's painting the target, he's like, any second now there's going to be a missile hitting this target. And the thing he's painting is shooting back at him at this point, right?
Right.
And the stand-down order was given by Hillary. And
maybe they're saying even maybe Obama. Maybe it goes all the way to Obama.
Well, I kind of find it hard to believe that somebody like Hillary Clinton or anybody else at her level would give an order like that
they're
unless
saying
it comes from the top.
Yeah, they're saying a stand-down order of that magnitude would have to come from POTUS.
It would have to, because what are the ramifications for making such an order?
And then POTUS said, no, I wanted you to
yeah, what if he said, why
it?
did you do that?
Right.
You would have to be able to say, because you told me.
And if both of them went to sleep, apparently POTUS was in Vegas gambling, and she went to bed. Well, he gave a speech in Vegas later, the next day or two.
Oh my God!
So,
and when I heard that she went to bed,
she didn't take the 3:00 call
while they were getting tore up, raped, and all that kind of stuff, and killed, and probably tortured.
They drug Ambassador Stevens' body through the streets,
right
after the rape.
Yeah, and the Marine painting the target wasn't the only. There was a bunch of people that ended up getting killed and drugged through the streets and all that kind of stuff. And to imagine that this whole time that they're there and trying to survive, that rescue has got to be here any second. We've got to be right. It's got to be here any second. It's got to be here any second. And then it never came. And to know that the reason it never came is because a stand-down order was given for any reason whatsoever. And then later it was lied about what happened there, and that
they found an email in this whole Clinton email scandal. They found an email in the stash that clearly says we must direct this narrative for this and blame a video, yada, yada, yada. And they sent it out. Hillary got it. Everybody in the administration got it. It went around the circle so that old girl could go to make her rounds on the Sunday talk shows.
Yeah, Rice.
And spew out the lies
that it was caused by a video. And then, of course, Hillary Clinton stood up over the caskets of all these dead heroes and said it was because of a video to the family members.
Right.
And then come to find out, not only was that a lie, which, sometimes, there are some major issues or major events that happened during World War II that the public didn't know about for months after it happened. Like they got the reports in the news about things that happened during World War II months after they actually happened.
Right.
And that's important. So I can understand that. But to find out that the reason these stand-down orders were given and that the lies happened and that all the other things that came out of the administration happened was because it was important that the narrative that happened, that is being propagated to the public, has to not damage Obama's chances for re-election is just beyond words.
Because this was September 11th, 2012, just weeks away from the election that should have destroyed him.
He was going to be destroyed anyway. It was like
Right.
the Hurricane Sandy,
Right.
the narrative of lies from Benghazi, the suppression, the help from the liberal media to suppress it, and then Candy Crowley, who ended up helping him out in the election, and then the icing on the cake, the stupid tactical error of not striking while the iron was hot on Romney's part during the second and third debate, pulled out a miracle comeback from behind victory for Obama, and now we're going to lose the Supreme Court, hence the Constitution, because of the SCOTUS picks.
And I, for all of you who are Cruz supporters, for all of you who are establishment supporters, the establishment, the GOP, they were given the House and the Senate by Tea Party grassroots, all American, America-loving people, and they have absolutely squandered it. They have destroyed their opportunity by allowing Obama to have everything he wants, including Paul Ryan's first kiss, a $4 trillion budget for 9 months, which Obama was so elated because it would help to continue to fund Obamacare, continue to fund all these other things. Thank you, Paul Rhino. All of that has caused Trump. All of that, and if you're listening, Rush, this is why Trump is what Trump is. And I cannot believe for the life of me that you continue to go down this road, Rush, and not understand, not see that this is what has caused Trump to happen. This movement is because we are so angry and so outraged as a country at what is going on and what these politicians are doing, that all this has been fed into. And whether Trump knew it or not, which I don't think he did, they did say that he was probing a year or two before the election. He had people out there taking polls and finding out what the most important things were to the American public. And by him doing that, set forth a platform which I don't think, a springboard, which I'm not even sure if he realized would catapult him to where he's at now. But on the hunch that if I give the people what they're wanting, and I agree with it, maybe we can take this country back and turn it around. And so what he found is the most important things were illegal immigration and all this, the jobs, the economy, and then all this just insane spending by the government. It's just gotten way too big. And he knows how to rectify that.
I'm banking on it. I'm counting on it.
And for you to tell me he's not going to do it, you're a knucklehead. Because I have no...
Why wouldn't he?
I have no belief that he would not do it. And if he does, we'll hold his feet to the fire and we'll keep preaching the good word here on Smith Radio. But we ain't got no other prayers.
Did you know that Trump doesn't take vacations?
Wow.
He said, I love my job. Why would I need to go somewhere away from my job? This is my vacation.
The American taxpayers have paid more money for Obama's vacations than any president ever combined.
He got there in order to take vacations.
Okay, Trump jet sets the world and lives the high life because he earned it.
But he doesn't do it he does it for work.
Right, and he loves his job.
He flies all over the world in order to go negotiate stuff with people.
Okay, Obama couldn't do that, so he had to steal the election to get that.
Now, that being said, knowing that he doesn't take vacations, he loves what he does, he's a master negotiator, all that, blah, blah, blah,
and
blah.
He won't take pay. He won't take any pay from the taxpayers as president.
Right, but that's neither here nor there.
I know, I just don't know.
Knowing what you know about Trump, how could you not know that at the very least he's going to be swinging that axe at all times and not a golf club?
Right. You could have a golf club or you could have Trump.
There's a picture of Trump at one of his golf courses, and it was a charity event, and he actually played a round of golf and pointed out, the author of this article actually pointed out, Yeah, it was a rare occurrence where he's actually going ahead and playing a round of golf.